Warning, if you are a male, boy, or anything besides a girl, exit the video now. This is not for you. I repeat, not for you.
What's up, y'all? I'm Tasia. If you don't know, now you know. And this is Life with Tasia. Let me just say this and make it quick. We are on the road to 1K. We already hit 100. We can hit 1K. So what I'm gonna need y'all to do, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Because the bigger we get, the more I can do and the more I can post and the more content y'all get. Y'all understand. So subscribe and share with a friend. Not gonna lie, y'all, I'm cold, so I'm gonna put my blanket back on. Today's video is gonna be a girl talk, a chit chat with me, really just me sitting down and bumping my gums, because I feel like I haven't did that in a couple videos. So yeah, now y'all get to sit here and hear me talk. So what I did was I put a poll on Instagram and I just said, leave me some topics, you know, for girl talk. And the girls definitely left me a lot of stuff. Like, I just texted it to myself. First thing I want to talk about when it comes to girls and females is girl code. That's number one. First thing first is girl code, because a lot of the girls don't know the code, or they know the code and they act like they don't. Girls should help each other out, like, period. You don't have to know her. You don't have to be friends with her. She don't have to be, I don't know, like, up to your standards or your expectations. If a girl is in need of some type of help and you can provide that help, help her. Because if it was you, wouldn't you want some help? Like in middle school and high school, where it'd be a girl and, like, obviously she had her period, you know what I'm saying? Obviously she need a pad or a tampon. And instead of helping her or telling her or, like, pulling her to the side, girls are sitting there laughing. You laughing, and that could be you. Me personally, I'm gonna go tap the girl and I'm gonna tell her, look, girl, we gotta get you a pad. You gotta change some pants, cause yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's common courtesy, I feel like. And I feel like a lot of y'all don't be having common courtesy, which is embarrassing. When it comes to being in a relationship, there should definitely be boundaries between your homegirl and your man. Don't mean like there should be some boundaries between them, like, as people, but like certain conversations you have with your friend in confidence don't need to go back to your man. And like certain conversations you have with your man in confidence don't need to go back to your homegirl. You know what I'm saying? Don't touch nothing, anything that your friend already touched first. And y'all know what I mean when I say that, so I'm not even about to get into no detail, but like, have some respect and some morals, please. If you my homegirl and we swapping tea, don't tell that tea to your friend that I'm not familiar with, because she's not my friend, she's your friend. I told you in confidence. That don't mean you get the tea and you spill it and tell her. That's one thing I never like. Like, I don't think it's happened to me personally, but like I've seen it happen to my friends or like people I'm close with. And that right there, that's a no. Like, if I tell you something and this tea, I mean scorching hot tea, and I hear you done told homegirl who I don't even talk to, you're done. You're done. You just broke the code. If we homegirls, if we friends, whatever, what's mine is yours, and I would hope is vice versa. Like, I'm not the type of person who count favors, especially when it's somebody I'm close with. I just feel like if we on that type of level, like, I can do for you and you can do for me, and that just be it. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I gave you $10 last week, so now that I need $10, you need to give me $10. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that type of person. I just do for you because I genuinely love you, and I just would expect the same in return, if that makes sense. Last one for girl code, but I think this is the biggest one, the hugest one, because this didn't happen to me and I know it happened to y'all. If we are friends, homegirls, besties, buddies, and we have a disagreement, do not run to the next person and address the situation with them. Address the situation to me, and don't go to social media and address the situation to social media, because now I'm never going to be your friend again and we don't have nothing to talk about. Because why are you putting the internet in our business? You know what I'm saying? Friendships is gonna have disagreements. Y'all not gonna agree on every single thing. If you say you agree on every single thing, y'all are not friends. But if we do have a disagreement, we should be able to talk about that between the two of us, like adults. not between Instagram stories and Snapchat stories and Twitter tweets and yeah, Facebook statuses. Yeah, that's it for girl code though. Hygiene tips. I'm glad somebody asked me this because like, I don't know, I just love hygiene. I love stuff that smell good. So yeah, I say as a female, you should always have some type of perfume, some type of oil, some type of smell good on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that like, no, I am saying that it's necessary. You need to have like a little smell good. So when I walk past you, I'm like, girl, you smell good. Like, what perfume is that? And then you could tell me and you could put me on. So yeah, always keep some perfume. If not perfume, like body oil, whatever you need, get that. And when it comes to soap, like body wash and stuff, I don't use regular soap. I use Elo soap. I probably threw it out now that I think about it. But I'm gonna put her Instagram up here so y'all could see. But basically I get my soaps from Emerald Loves Onyx. Really, it's just like homemade natural ingredients in the soap. So like you can use it for your like down there, you can use it on your face, you can use it on your elbow. Like it's really good. And a lot of the times like it's made like all the ingredients be on the front of the bottle. So I highly recommend y'all use Elo soaps if you have a vagina, and I know you do if you a girl. So definitely use scrubs. Like me personally, when I get in the shower, I'm gonna wash with my body wash, I'm gonna rinse with the water, and then I'm gonna get my body scrub and I'm gonna, you know, scrub the body scrub. One, it smells good, but two, afterwards it makes your skin feel so hydrated and moisturized. You don't be all chalky and ashy when you get out the shower. So yeah, body wash and body scrub, get that. Can't believe I even have to say this one, but deodorant. And I know y'all like, girl, deodorant, that's, I know, but I be walking past y'all and y'all still be smelling musky. So I just felt like deodorant, I had to say that, get it. I don't care if it's spray deodorant, the roll deodorant, the stick deodorant, use it. Always keep some extra pads, tampons, panty liners, menstrual cups, whatever floats your boat. Keep you some spare extra ones in your bag or in your car or in your wallet or whatever you usually carry with you. You know what I'm saying? Because accidents happen and emergencies happen. So yeah, I feel like you should always have those. As a lady, being stink is unacceptable. I'm sorry, it's too many resources out here. Like it's too many like body washes, it's too many perfumes, it's too many shower gels. Like it's no reason for you to be funky as a girl. You're a girl. Let's move on from hygiene, because that just get me mad when I could talk about that. Like I could talk about hygiene all day because some of y'all don't know nothing about it and it scares me. Focusing on school, grades, and classes. Me personally, I take school very, very, very serious because like I don't play around with fails and F's, and like I want to be something. I want to be something. If I gotta get through college to be something, I will. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole future. So like I don't play about my grades. But I know everybody don't have that same mindset, so I got some tips for y'all. Sometimes you just gotta sit the events out, the parties, the hangouts with your friends, I don't even know. And put down your phone. Get off of TikTok, get off of Snapchat, get off of Twitter. A lot of that time that you using to, you know, go out, hang with your friends, be on your phone, you can use that for study time. And I know how it sounds, but it's just like, think of every single time you didn't went out. Now think about if you replaced all that going out with studying. Where would you be right now? Where would your mind be right now? You know what I'm saying? Use your time wisely. That's what I say. Don't be surrounded by people who is not serious about school. That energy rubs off on you. I don't care what anybody says. If you hang around a group of people who like to skip class and like to go out and oversleep and turn in assignments late, you're gonna become that person. You're gonna feel comfortable enough to stoop to their level, and that's not what you need to do. So hang around people who don't play about their grades, hang around people who motivate you to go to class, hang with people who is on top of their stuff so you can be on top of your stuff too. Basically, keep a planner and not on your phone, like an actual, matter of fact, I have my planner. one of these, get one of these, and use it. Hold on. Can I even, I don't know what month this is. This was March. But like, when I tell y'all, I did not play. Use your planner because it just helps you. Like, it helps you stay organized. Writing down them assignments and like due dates and important dates really, for one, keeps it in the back of your mind, but it just keeps you organized. Speak to your professors, speak to your advisors, speak to anybody you need to speak to. Be vocal about your needs and your wants and your expectations, because I mean, not really so much for middle school and high school. You know, your teachers will help you and like check in with you and help you focus in. But in college, they're not going to do that. You're going to have to focus yourself in. You know what I'm saying? So really, closed mouths do not get fed. If there is a problem, if you have a question, if there is a concern, speak up. Even if you have to wait until class is over and email them because you don't feel comfortable asking in front of everybody else, do that. It's better than not saying nothing, I promise. And I didn't learn that the hard way. I knew I didn't understand something and I didn't want to ask, so I just sat there, stupid, lost, and confused. And it really did me no good because I could have just asked for clarification. So don't be like me. Do better. Communicate. Have a specific time or day that you study and look through assignments and ask questions, reach out to teachers. Because like I said, just having a schedule or a planner and stuff like that, it makes it easier to know what you need to get done and make sure you get it done on time. So that's all the advice I have about school for the ladies. The next topic that we're going to talk about is self-love and self-care. Personally, I learned that what I need to do is have a routine. In the fall or in the spring, my routine is get up in the morning, go to class, you know, probably see my friends, go home, do some work, probably go to work. If not go to work, go to sleep because I have work the next day. It seems pretty simple, but just having like a routine and like knowing what I need to do just helps me feel better. And like it makes my day flow better overall is what I'm trying to say. So I feel like even if it's not like mine, even if you're not in school, you can give yourself a routine. Like, okay, I want to go to bed at 10:30 so I could wake up at 8 a.m. so I could go for a walk. And after I go for my walk, I'ma take a shower and do my skincare routine. You know what I'm saying? Just giving yourself like a routine really helps. And it just makes you feel like you have a purpose, you know, like a reason to get out the bed. And that's what you need sometimes, a reason to get out there. Being comfortable with yourself is the first thing that you should be focused on before a relationship. I know a lot of people who in relationships right now and can't even have a relationship with themselves, to be honest. And like, that is a very elaborate topic to get into, but I just feel like if you're not comfortable in your own skin, if you don't love yourself, if you're not comfortable standing alone, you have no business, you know, being in a relationship with somebody. Because how much can you care for them if you barely care for yourself? Self-love, self-care, it's really hard to give advice on it, you know what I'm saying? But I can tell you why it's important. But honestly, if I had to think of some advice just off the top of my head, I would just say don't listen to like other people's opinions. Don't let like other people's perspectives affect how you look at yourself or how you think about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because just because you don't look like or act like or talk like somebody else doesn't mean they better than you and doesn't mean you're less of a person. It just means y'all are different. Everybody's different. If we was all the same, it would be no fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that episode of SpongeBob where Squidward moved to that normal town and all the houses look the same. Don't nobody want their house to look like their neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to be exactly the same as the next person. So yeah, don't beat yourself up if you feel that is influence of social media. And I feel like that really goes hand in hand with self-love, because the media has a really good way of putting their perception of like the perfect woman onto everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And you see it all the time, like certain models that get posted, or like certain girls having certain opportunities just because of their looks. You see what I'm saying? You shouldn't let it affect you. And if it ever does start to affect you, I feel like you should be able to turn the phone off, log out, take a break, because like You don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Social media is so fake. Like, it doesn't matter at all. So like, if you see some stuff and it's really weighing heavy on your heart and it really makes you feel a type of way, log out. Like, you don't have to keep looking at that. Me personally, when I feel like I'm tired of hearing too much about the shade room and about the celebrities and about just nonsense, I get off Instagram for a couple days and then I come back. Don't nobody know, because I do it on my own accord. But like, yeah, you should be able to disconnect from socials and not allow their perception to lower your confidence, basically. Not everybody is gonna look like Jada Weta and Ari, and I really wish that the girls, like the young girls, didn't glorify them so much, because it's like, let's be real, what do? They do the same thing that anybody else could do, you know what I'm saying? So you can't compare yourself to somebody else, because you're not them, period. The next topic I had is how to keep a drama-free life. Just keep messy people out of your life, because if you got messy people around you, it's always going to be some mess and some drama. Definitely don't go out looking for problems. Like, don't be a problem starter. Don't be trying to fight just because what do that do? Bring issues, bring drama, bring problems. So keep it classy and stay to yourself. It's okay to be out the mix. It's okay not to be in everybody's face and be a part of every situation. And I learned that, honestly, not the hard way, but I learned it just by staying out the mix. I done seen a lot of stuff happen to people, or a lot of situations go down, only because a certain person felt like they had to be in something when they could have just sat back. Don't be afraid to stay out the mix, because I like being out the mix. It's fun. Next topic on the list is relationships. Oh my God, y'all, I can elaborate on this topic forever. If you're young, and when I say young, I mean like anything under 18, maybe 17. In my opinion, them relationships aren't real relationships. You might think you love them. You might just love them. But it ain't no real relationship. Y'all don't really know much about relationships. You just think each other is cute and you think y'all like each other, and then y'all hang out every day. You know what I'm saying? You get to that age and you meet your first real boyfriend or girlfriend, you're gonna know. But like, if you're in middle school right now, even if you're in high school right now, don't think that like, okay, let me not say it like that. I'm not saying don't date, don't be interested in people, but don't fall into the category where you think you're going to be with that person forever, because it's not the case. If you're a middle schooler and you're watching this and you think that you're going to be with your boyfriend or girlfriend forever, you are not. I'm telling you that right now. And if you are, y'all done shocked me. But it's just not realistic to think about. And I think that's where a lot of girls get their feelings hurt, because they think that their first boyfriend is going to be their only boyfriend, or like their high school boyfriend is going to be their husband in the future. And that's so delulu. Like, stop thinking that. It's not the case. Sex don't make a relationship, period. It actually don't make nothing but a baby. So I'm gonna let that sink in for y'all. It's really trial and error. You meet somebody, you think they're cute, you start to fall for them, you ask them out, y'all start to date, it works out or it doesn't, and then you find a new person. So like, yeah, relationships, I know it's easier said than done, especially when you have a lot of history with a person or something like that. But I just feel like, don't spend your whole life thinking that the relationship you're in right now is going to be the relationship you're in when you're 30. And even if that is the case, just know that people change, people grow, and some people don't change and some people don't grow. So you know your situation better than anybody else. And that's all I'm gonna say. Being alone is good also. You don't always have to be in a relationship. And don't be that girl who is always in a relationship because she can't function without a man. It's sad to say, but some of the girls out there be like that. And it's not good. You want to be able to stand on your own, provide for yourself, support yourself, motivate yourself. Because if that person decides, oh, I'm going to up and leave, or oh, I think the next girl is better, and they leave you, then what you going to do? That's all I have to say about relationships. Next topic is toxic parents or toxic moms. I'm actually kind of glad somebody asked me about this, because I feel like that's a good thing to talk about with females. So me and my mom, if you know me and my mom is like this. We is besties. But it wasn't always like that. Like, me and my mom used to go at it. We used to bump heads. We used to beef. Especially before I moved to North Carolina. When I still lived in Jersey at the time, I just felt like my mom she was real angry, I felt like. And I couldn't understand why as a kid, you know what I'm saying? It's not like she gonna come up to me and like tell me her life story. So a lot of the times I just felt like she was really angry, and I got like the wrath, if that makes sense. I didn't even want to move to North Carolina. I was like, Dad, please don't let this lady take me. Like, let me stay with you. Don't let her take me to North Carolina. I just realized that like after moving and stuff, it just was, one, we weren't in a really good environment, and that's definitely going to have some effects on people's attitudes, especially as females. And like me and my mom, we just both had a lot of growing and maturing to do. My mom had me when she got pregnant with me when she was 17, and she had me when she was 18. Me and my mom is pretty close in age, kinda, you know what I'm saying? We just had stuff we had to deal with and trauma that we haven't healed from. I feel like my mom personally was never in a healthy environment with her parents, so she was really kind of winging it on the parent thing, you know? But me and my mom definitely got a lot closer. Like, we don't be beefing no more, and that's good. But I know that's not the case for everybody. It sucks to say that. I do hope, like, if you having a situation with your mom or your dad or your guardian, whoever it is, I hope that it gets better, because it's definitely not good beefing with your parents. Like, it's not fun. It's not a good feeling. It's really miserable, especially when you have to live with them. My advice to anybody with toxic parents, if you have to live in their household, just do whatever you can do to make it easy. Do whatever you can do to not hear their mouth, if that makes sense. And I know that sometimes that's just inevitable. It just happens. But yeah, if you have to abide by their really strict and weird rules, just do so and save up. I mean, rack up until you can move out. That's the only thing you can do. If you don't live in their household and you just have like a rocky relationship with your parents, I do think that y'all should try to sit down and talk it out, whether it's just the two of y'all or y'all talk to a professional or anything. But like, if talking is just not gonna work, like if you and your parent is way past the talking stage, like you done tried and the situation is just not patching itself up, don't be afraid to cut them off. Mom or not, dad or not, don't be afraid to cut them off. I'm gonna be 100% transparent and real with y'all. I don't talk to my dad anymore. I haven't talked to my dad since December. I don't know, I'm not gonna get into detail about the whole situation, but when me and my dad were talking, it was just like this, clashing all the time, just nonsense back and forth. And when I finally decided, I'm not about to keep doing this with you, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna block you and you're gonna stay blocked. It's sad to say, but my life been a whole bunch more peaceful. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't argue with nobody. Me and my mom have a great relationship. Me and my stepdad have a great relationship. So I just feel like, you know, if somebody's not serving you, if they're not contributing to your happiness and all that good stuff, leave them where you found them. It don't matter if they your mom, dad, cousin, sister, or grandma, or your dog. It don't matter. If they do you wrong, leave them where they're at. And really, that's just the best advice that I can give for situations with your parents. Me personally, I used to go to therapy, and I learned that therapy was really good for me. But my dad is like, he's against therapy. He couldn't understand why. And my sisters were in therapy when he found out, and he was kind of like upset about it. It's a sucky situation. It is not a good situation to be in. It's a horrible situation to be in. But don't feel like you have to keep enduring somebody's shenanigans because y'all are family. There's no rule in no book that says that. And even if it was, I don't care. Put you first and put your peace first. Period. This is the last topic, and it's a touchy topic. That's why I saved it for the last. Periods, birth control, and pregnancies. I think that having a period sucks. Like, it's so lame and whack and weird that like we have to go through that. I got my period when I was 11. I feel like that's really young. I didn't know what a period was until I got it. And I was just like, what is this? And my mom basically explained it to me and broke it down. I'm like, so what do I do from here? Like, to be honest with y'all, I got on birth control like a year, no, 2. I got on birth control a while ago. And so I really got on birth control because, one, my cramps used to be really bad and my period was really irregular. Like, you know, most people could track their period with the app. I could never do that because it could come in the middle of the month or the end of the month or the beginning of the month, or I could get it twice a month. You know what I'm saying? It was weird. And the cramps and the headaches and the mood swings were just really bad, like really overbearing. Each period would get worse. Like each month it would be worse. And so I started talking to my doctor and talking to my mom. And my mom recommended I get birth control because she's a mom. You know what I'm saying? But my doctor said that if I really am concerned about my period, birth control also helps with that. So I'm like, okay, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And I got the IUD. So I really don't have a period too much. It comes every now and then, but not every month. It comes every few months. And honestly, I can say, like, the last time I got my period, I think it lasted like 3 or 4 days. No cramps. No cramps, y'all. I can't make this up. But just know, when you first get on the IUD, you will be having your period for like 2 or 3 months straight. Having a period and or spotting for like 2 to 3 months. And I was like, but after that little window passes, you good. You know what I'm saying? You honestly living your bestest life. If you have a really bad period and it seems like ibuprofen, Midol, heating pads, the sock with rice, none of them little tricks is working, I think you should talk to your doctor about birth control, because they'll know. You know what I'm saying? And it also depends on like your body type, your body weight. But your doctor will let you know. Definitely. I'm not a doctor, so don't just take it from me. Talk to your doctor first. But that just so happened to be my case, and I'm glad. Next topic, while we're on it, is birth control. It's 2023. There's too many forms of birth control out here for y'all to still be slipping up. They got the pill. They got the IUD. They got the, what's it called? Nexplanon? The shot in your arm? They got a pouch. I said a pouch. I don't know what it is, but it's just, you know what I'm saying? I'm done. I can't even talk. Okay, you know how like they have nicotine patches? That's what I was saying. A patch. They have patches. There's so many forms of birth control. Y'all shouldn't be having no slip-ups. You know what I'm saying? Unless the birth control fail you shouldn't be having no slip-ups. And if you want a baby, by all means, that's fine. Pop it. Do what you need to do. But if you don't want a baby, perhaps you should take the action to not have a baby, like birth control, pregnancy. And I know this gets a little bit touchy when it comes to the teen parents, so we're not even gonna spend too much time on this. But all I can say is, if you lay down and you do the do, you know the consequences. Everybody know the consequences. So if you are messing around at a young age and you're not on no type of birth control and you do get pregnant, just weigh your options. That's all I say. At the end of the day, if you're taking care of your kid and you still standing on your business, can't nobody tell you nothing. Not even me. So do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? I think that pregnancy, especially teen pregnancy, is like, the rate is really crazy lately. And like a lot of the times it just be like mistakes, honestly, because like I said, it's just too many forms of birth control and protection. So like, I ain't got nothing else to say about that though. But since we finished all the topics on, you know, just different girl stuff, different chats, different situations, this list is called the type of girl you don't want to be. First type of girl you don't want to be is a mean girl. Nobody likes a bully. It's whack. It's played out. And if you run into somebody like me and I see you bullying somebody, I'ma bully you. Now what? A beggar type of girl. Go out and get it on your own. I cannot stress that enough. Like, yeah, one thing I hate is a female who's always posting her Cash App on social media, or always posting like, who wants to buy me lunch? Who wants to buy me dinner? And I know y'all got some people that y'all know who do that. and it's literally shaking your cup hard. There's no reason to do that when there is multiple jobs, multiple investments, multiple money making revenues. You know what I'm saying? Get it together. Like, don't be a beggar. Don't be that type of girl, please. Next type of girl I said you wouldn't want to be is a gatekeeper. If you got a fly little outfit, a nice little shirt, and somebody asked you where you got it and you don't tell them, I can understand if you genuinely don't know where you got the item from. But if you don't tell them, you're weird. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're weird, and I cannot put it past you. I could see if it was custom made, but like, even then, just say that. Just say it's custom made. Like, obviously, I asked about it because I thought it was cute. Take it as a compliment. And if you can't take it as a compliment, best believe I will screenshot your outfit and I will go find it myself. So you might as well just tell me, because you're gonna be mad when I'm posted up in it next. Sorry, don't be a gatekeeper. The negative Nancy. And when I say a negative Nancy, I mean somebody who always comes around with bad news and complaints 24/7. Like, every time you talk to them, it's something bad. It's never any good news. It's never anything positive. It's just complaints. Don't be that person. I get it. Sometimes, like, you need to vent, and sometimes you just need somebody to hear you out. But y'all have to keep in mind that, like, people have their own personal struggles going on. Nobody has the time and energy to motivate somebody else and pick somebody else up every day when they might have their own situations, their own struggles. You know what I'm saying? They might need to use some of that energy to motivate themselves. So, like, yeah, please don't be a Debbie Downer. Please don't be a negative Nancy. At some point, you should want to switch up the topic and talk about something good. And same with somebody who always, like, talks down on themselves. Like, you know, the people will be like, oh, like, I'm so ugly, I'm so bald, like, I'm so fat, like, OMG. Like, first of all, it's giving pick me. Second of all, shut up. I cannot stress that enough. Shut up. It's annoying and it's draining having to tell somebody their worth every single day. Girl, if you say you ugly and I say you're not ugly and you say yes you are, now yes you are. You're very ugly, you're hideous, and I can't stand the sight of you. Just don't be that person. Don't be that person. Have a little bit of confidence. Even if you don't have confidence, fake it till you make it, because nobody wants to hear you cry. Sorry. That's the nicest way I could put it. The last thing I said on the list of girls you don't want to be is a bougie type girl. Don't get me wrong, having decorum and class, that's great. That's perfect. It is awesome. But once you get to acting too good for certain stuff and acting like, oh, you can't sit with certain people, it's raps. Now I can't stand you. You done irritated me, and I don't ever want to see you again. Like, let your hair down. Get a little ghetto. It is okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're not eating dinner with Obama. And even if we was, still let your hair down. I just don't like the stuck-upness. I don't. So yeah, don't be that girl. Don't be stuck up and bougie. Have fun. Smile. Laugh a little. Joke. But yeah, guys, that's all for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed the girl talk, the chit chat with me. I really appreciate y'all helping me out with topics because I was drawing blanks by myself. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you should, because I do a lot of polls on there and a lot of questions on there, Q&As on there. Make sure y'all leave a like, a comment, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I don't know why, but I'm gonna put it past you. Hit the subscribe button and we cool. Definitely let me know what y'all thoughts are on some of the topics we talked about in the video and some topics you think we should discuss in another video. And yeah, let me know some of y'all rules for girl code in the comments, because I know I had a lot more in my head but I couldn't think of them. I love you guys. Thank you for staying to the end. If you stayed to the end, drop a purple heart in the comments for me, because I'm gonna know you an OG. I love y'all, and stay tuned for next